Good afternoon. I want to start my talk today with a statement that some of you may find it shocking, and most of you will probably straight up disagree with me. Disneyland is not the happiest place on earth. Now, if you haven't been to Disneyland, I apologize for bursting your bubble, but if you have, just hear me out. So, one day I was able to finally visit Disneyland for the first time. I've been on all the rides, I watched the parades, I took photos with the characters, and I even stayed late for the fireworks show at the end. Now, I have to say the rides were thrilling, the show parades were amazing, and the fireworks show was spectacular. Well, not as spectacular as the New Year fireworks show in Sydney. Nonetheless, it was still spectacular. But I wasn't happy. Now, they say the happiness is contagious, but I didn't get it, despite being surrounded by the most happiest people on the planet. My heart felt empty, and not even the great Disney magic could fill it with joy and happiness. I felt like there was something missing inside of me. Back when I used to live in Australia, I lived a life that most people would describe it as a good life. I graduated from university, started living independently, got a job at a big company, started making my own money, buying all the things that I wanted, and partying and drinking with friends on weekends, going on holidays overseas, relaxing at the beach on Christmas with some lamb and prawn on Barbie. I lived what a successful and average life, but I wasn't happy. I feel like there was something missing inside of me. But you know what? Sometimes the life gives us the answers to all our problems from some of the most unusual places when you least expect it. Well, so let me share a story with you on how I was able to find what I was missing and some of the things that I've learned along the way. So one afternoon, I was waiting for my girlfriend to finish her shopping, and I told her that I was going to wait for her at the bookstore. So as I was browsing through some of the covers, one book caught my attention. Emergency Sex and the Other Desperate Measures. And this turned out to be the book that had all the answers that I was looking for. Now, despite the interesting title, it's not about what you think it might be about. It's a book about three humanitarian people helping other people in some of the remote places around the world. Now, it tells a story of some ordinary people leaving everything behind, risking life and death in some war zones, sacrificing themselves for other people they don't know because they believe in making the world a better place. Now, after reading the book, I was inspired, I was motivated, and I started feeling something different inside of me. Maybe it was the sense of adventure, maybe it was the mystery of the unknown, or maybe it was the values that they believed in. I couldn't quite put my finger on it, but I knew instinctively that this is what I wanted to do, that this is what I had always wanted to do with my life. So, in the next 10 years, my life has all about serving other people. I sacrifice small, I sacrifice big, I sacrifice for the loved ones, I sacrifice for strangers, I sacrifice for reasons, and I sacrifice for no reasons. And after each sacrifices that I had made, my heart began to feel full, and my life seemed more meaningful than ever before. I gained some new knowledge, I learned some new skills, and I found wisdom. And today I want to share two things that I have learned in my pursuit of sacrifice and feeling whole again. Number one, you don't actually have to sacrifice yourself to feel whole again. Now, we do say that first time is the hardest, and I think this is very true for sacrificing for other people, especially when there's no social, emotional, or familial connections. But what I realize is that when you just think about how you can contribute to the society, it will lead you to doors that you never knew existed. It's going to put you on a path that you never thought walking. It's going to take you places that you've never been before, and you're going to be doing things that you never thought possible. So, after reading the book, I started thinking and planning on how I was going to save the world. Now, I was going to go teach English in China and learn Chinese, then move to Middle East, learn Arabic, and then finally make my way over to Africa, find a job with an NGO, and live the rest of my life serving those in need. Well, spoiler alert, I didn't end up going to Africa, obviously, but this has led me to discover my new passion in life: teaching. Now, teaching may not sound as adventurous or exotic as risking my life in some war zones, but I can still apply the same idea of sacrificing myself for the greater good of humanity through my students. So start thinking about how you can contribute, how you can save the world, and I bet you will discover your passion in life. Number 2, the more you give to others, the more you give to yourself. Now, I love teaching, and I enjoy the satisfaction that knowing that one day that some of my students are going to do some incredible things in the future, that I would have played some pivotal moments in their lives. And this is why I love to spend my time, effort, and money in providing the best possible learning opportunities for my students, the school, and the wider school community. But unfortunately, time is finite. And according to an article online, on average, we only have about 4.5 hours of free time a week, which translates to about 30 minutes a day. So even though I want to do so more, there's only so much you can do in that 30 minutes a day. I had to make more time. So I used to work as an academic manager at an English training center, and I was responsible for about 20 teachers and 1,300 students. I was always busy running meetings, trainings, observations, feedback, looking after teachers and students, to a point where my own classes were suffering as a result. So I started spending more time and effort on my personal development. I learned to plan my lessons quicker. I became competent in Microsoft Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, so much so that now I can churn out worksheets and presentation in a fraction of the time that it used to take me. I started reading more books on teaching. I went out of my ways to get as many teaching qualifications and certifications as possible. Essentially, I turned myself into a super teacher. So as a result, I'm able to plan and do all my admin for the whole week in just a few hours so that I can dedicate the rest of the time helping my teachers, students, and the school. Oh, a little bit of blockage there. All right. Then, like a little bit of clap and encouragement will be great. Yeah. So, what I want to say is that if you love what you do, be good at what you do. And when you are good at what you do, you have more time, energy, and money for the things that you really care about. And I think this is even more true for me now that I am a father. This is my daughter. Her name is Naicha, and she is 2 years old. And if you are a parent, you will know that there's nothing in the world that I would not do for the safety and happiness for my daughter. So it is my new mission and purpose in life to sacrifice myself so that my daughter can go to what I believe is the happiest place in the world, my school. Because now I'm not just sacrificing my time, energy, and money for my students anymore. Now I'm willing to go infinity and beyond so that my daughter can go to the happiest school in the world. Now, maybe I wasn't feeling happy at Disneyland because I wasn't the one making the sacrifices so that other people can be happy. But maybe this time, if I take my daughter to Disneyland, I might be able to feel a little bit of joy and happiness because now I will be the one sacrificing myself so that my daughter can feel the joy, the happiness, and the great Disney magic for the first time. And just thinking about this and thinking about how I'm going to sacrifice myself for her just makes me want to smile even more. And I hope everyone here today can find something that you want to smile about. Thank you.